We are waging war on mediocrity. It ain't no friend of me. It's your boy, the motivational teacher to the masses, bringing you again another edition of Motivational Monday. Woo! I hope everybody out there's the week is off to a fantastic start. If you would, for all my replayers, give me about 90 seconds. Hey, Vaniqua, thank you for popping in early today. Thank you so much. You're always here on time. And for all my replayers, please give me about a minute as I share this out to all my social media platforms. Tonight, we're going to break a little bread, but first, I want to acknowledge a friend of the show unfortunately passed away. What's up, Coach T? Thank you for joining us. She unfortunately passed away, and she was a good friend of these Motivational Mondays. I only know her through my lives. Miss Joy Jacobs, we did a small tribute to her yesterday on Bridging the Nations. And man, I just wanted to say that our presence will be missed on these Motivational Mondays on Bridging the Nations. Joy was a really, really good I feel like I know her as a friend, but it's amazing at how we grow close to one another, although we're not together. Like it's almost like I know Coach T personally. I don't know Vaniqua personally, but I can tell you, future DON, I know a lot about Vaniqua as we've been on these lives. And you feel like we become a family, man, and we miss one another. Hey, Courtney, thank you for joining us. And well, honestly, I miss you all when I can't come on here. And then too, and I miss you all when you all don't show up. That's why it's always my goal. And if in my power and my ability, I want to show up if I only go for a few moments. That sometimes I can't do it because my schedule conflicts, but I want to show up. And it's so important that you all show up too. And Joy is going to be greatly missed as a friend of this community. And I call us a community. I'm starting to see people joining in. If you would, please shout your boy out. Let me know you're out there. And we're going to get ready to hop into this. Let me share this out a couple more places as I share this out. And if you would, please share it out also. It will be a great service, man, so other people can get this word. It's my goal not to be on here an hour tonight because I got a lot of stuff I still got to do. I got a speaking engagement come up that I'm preparing for. I'm flying out of town. So I got a lot of stuff that I have to do. So it's my goal not to be on here an hour, but to have the time well spent with you all for the time that I'm on here. I am about to get ready to break this bread. Hey, y'all, talk to your boy. How are your week going out there? Talk back to your boy. How's your family doing? How y'all doing out there? Talk back to your boy while I share this out before I get going. All right. All right. It's your boy, 3 minutes in, the motivational teacher to the masses, bringing you another edition of these Motivational Monday, episode 104 of Awaken Your I Am. I see you, Vaniqua. I did everything with Joy. I didn't know her personally, but her positivity through the virtual platform definitely radiated. I absolutely agree, Vaniqua. It did through these lives, did radiate, and she left a legacy that we can all talk about. We all know her. Her Facebook footprint is still alive, so it's beautiful to see. And although she's absent from this body to be present with the Lord, but her footprint is still here on earth. And we should live our life in a way that we leave a footprint that outlives us of joy and positivity through these virtual platforms and also in the lives of others. Tonight, for a brief moment, I want to get at y'all about a little something. Episode 104, Awaken Your I Am. Tonight, man, I want to get at y'all for a little while about greatness. Yeah. Greatness demands everything. I know I got the sign behind me. I haven't done a Motivational Monday on it, but I'm going to take a step back from we were talking about emotions, and I'm coming back to that next week. But I want to take a step away because after processing the information of what happened to Joy, man, I just want to make sure that we realign and we reconnect about why we're here on earth. What's our purpose while we're here on earth? Don't think that we're just passing through a place where there is no accountability or there's no assignment while we're here on earth. And I know some of us, We're 70 years, 80 years, 90 years, 30, 40 years. I don't know how many years we're here, but the time that we have here, there is an assignment. Somebody come on, let's break bread with your boy. You are officially on assignment. You are on assignment from the great I am, and your life on this earth counts for something. I'm back coaching again. Y'all can hear my voice. I'm back coaching again. Your life on this earth counts for something. I don't want anybody who's looking at me to believe that my life is just a culmination of a bunch of events that I'm haphazardly living here on earth with no true purpose and no true will, no true desire, no true destiny in my life. Come on, man. I want you to know, and I'm telling you right now, I'm pulling from the experiences of my own life, and I'm pulling from the experiences of the life that I heard from you all, and I'm pulling from the experiences of my friends and family that I hear around, and you all that send me emails. I'm pulling from these experiences, and I want, hey, Carrie, thank you for joining us, and I want you all to know your life matters. Your life is significant on this earth. Your name, your fingerprint, your social, everything about you is wonderfully and it was fearfully and wonderfully made. Yep. I think you said it best. Are you living or are you existing? Come on, Coach T. Are you living or are we existing? Because I can tell you that we're only on this earth for a period of time. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. We're only on this earth for a period of time. And this is not to make you afraid, to make you go do something that's not in you to do. But this is here to make you want to awaken your I am. Everything that you want to accomplish is on the other side of your awakened I am. Your existing, come on, man, is on the other side of your I am. But winning and greatness is going to cost you something. I got to break bread right now. Anything worth having comes with a sacrifice. Say it again, motivational teacher. Anything worth having is going to come at a sacrifice. If you're not willing to make the sacrifice, and the sacrifice, and that's what I love about God, that God is so individualized, that God is so meticulous, that what your sacrifice is could be absolutely completely different than what my sacrifice is, but yet God counted as righteous and true as the same. Oh, that's a bread-breaking moment right there. That's a bread-breaking moment right there. That's why I can't stand on the outskirts and judge Coach T's or a Judge Vaniqua or Judge Lisa's life based on the decisions I made, because my awakened I am could be completely different than awakening your I am. I'm about to break bread. That's why it's so important that I get to know who I am through the great I am. It's so many of us. Yeah, I'm coming at a night. It's so many of us spend so much time seeking knowledge and information in so many different places that we forget to consult my original daddy, my OG, my original God. That we forget to consult the great I am who awakens our I am. We'll go listen to Tony Robbins give us 5 steps to success. And I'm not telling you not to go listen to Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins has some good stuff out there. Or we'll go listen to whoever the leading pastor, leading Mel Robbins with the 5-second rule. We'll go listen to E.T. We got to go 120. We'll go listen to T.D. Jakes and his message. We'll go listen to those. And there's nothing wrong with listening to them. But what might have just necessarily worked for them, it will not be 100% true in your own life. I just broke bread. That you're looking for answers that can only be, that you're looking for solutions that can only be developed on the inside of you. Greatness, yeah, it's going to demand everything. Don't think, boy, if you're going, now we're all people of faith. We believe that there's something special on the inside of us. I know this community, people that don't believe that do not watch me. People that believe that don't watch the Coach and the Connector with Carrie. People that don't believe that, they ain't hanging out on these platforms right here, trying for self-improvement, trying to awaken their I am. So I know the eyes looking at me. Check this out. I want you to get a sheet of paper. Yeah. Looking for answers in all the wrong places, Virginia. You said it. I want you to get a sheet of paper and I want you to write what your goal is on the left side. On the right side, I want you to write down what you're willing to give to get it. See, we love in the motivational world telling you what you can have, but what you can have will not come unless you can have what you're gonna give up. You got to give up something. You got to say, hey, Antoinette Marie, thank you for joining us. You got to give up something in order to get something. You got to give up something of lesser value today to attain something of greater value tomorrow. I'm breaking bread right now. Only you can make the determination of what's lesser and what's greater. Oh, I'm breaking bread right now. Only you, if right now giving up cigarettes is greater than you having lung cancer in 15 years, then you're making a decision right now that your 15 years is lesser than the greater, which is smoking that cigarette today. Even you hear it a lot of times, even in the news, or even on TV, even on famous people, you see where there's a trade-off. There is a trade-off that you look at someone as talented and as gifted as Michael Jackson, or you can look at somebody as talented and as gifted as Michael Jordan. Like, it costs something to be in the top 5%. In any area, any genre in this world, there is a sacrifice to be in the top 5%. I'm telling you, that's why the air is so thin at the top. Not narrow is the way. Not many people are willing to make the sacrifice. I remember Michael Jordan in The Last Dance. And I'm going to drink some water. I've been coaching today. I remember Michael Jordan in The Last Dance. I'm going to sit back. We're going to have a conversation tonight. Come on, Antoinette Marie. There's always a trade-off for success. I remember Michael Jordan, in The Last Dance, talk about how he was a butthole to his teammates, or they felt he was a butthole to them because he pushed them outside of their comfort zone. He talked about how he had never asked his teammates to do anything that he wasn't willing to do. And now, hey, Elke, thank you for joining us. And we wonder why Michael Jordan is number one all time. He gave us the secret in The Last Dance. He said we have to be willing to do what others will not do to be ordered to attain something that others will not attain. One thing about winning, and one thing I know about the kingdom of God and its righteousness, is that it seeks out what's on the inside of you. I can use that synonymous with winning. That God is not looking for what's on the external. He's looking for what's on the internal. That's why we bridge nations from the inside out. That's why we're looking to see it's not about what you attain on the outside, because it only follows what you're able to build on the inside. I just broke bread. The reason why Mike had such a fire on the inside was because, he was cut from his junior varsity basketball team in the 9th grade. Michael Jordan, the greatest of all time, was told that he wasn't good enough to play junior varsity basketball. The coach cut him. Mike took that pain. He took that disappointment and he used it as fuel for the rest of his life. And my question to us is, are we turning our pain into our purpose? Greatness demands everything. If you lock that part of you out, you're limiting who you can become. Oh, that's a bread-breaking moment right there. Winning, success, greatness, you have to bring all of you to the table. Even the part of you locked away and hidden for you. The very thing that should have crushed Mike was the very thing that he used to propel him to the greatest basketball player of all time. And he kept going. My question is to us, are we using everything at our disposal? I got to tell y'all, I got a talk coming up in 2 days in another state. And I'm doing a talk to a bunch of businessmen, and we're talking about emotional intelligence. And I've been doing this whole research on emotions. And what I've begun to understand that anger is an emotion. And God knows, let me say that the great I am knows that in our life, we're going to have to encounter anger. Anger is a true emotion. And most of us I can't be angry. Oh no, and that did not come from the great I am. He said, be angry and sin not. But anger is an emotion. And man, come on, man. I just been I bring all of you to the table. Bring all of you to the table. You can use failure as fuel for motivation. I'm telling you right now, anger is an emotion. And your anger, oh my God, y'all finna say, motivational teacher, you've lost your mind. Did God not know that you were going? Hey, Angelique, thank you for joining us. Did God not know that what you went through? Hey, Lisa, what you went through, you were not going to go through? Did he not know that frustration and anger, the reason why I sit in front of you right now is because of my frustration and anger with poverty. You got to bring anger to the table too. Oh my God, I'm breaking bread right now. You got to bring anger to the table too. There's some things that you were created to hate in your life. You got to bring that will not to have that emotion again. I got to bring it to the table with me. Now I got to learn how, I have to learn how to subdue that. But I need that emotion. Mike used that anger. Walt Disney used that disappointment of saying he's not creative enough to continue to dream and to think and to go. And see, most of you all, oh my God, you're not bringing, boy, I can run out this room. You're not bringing the best part of you to the table. There's something in your life you've been put on earth to solve, but as long as you keep there and keep ignoring that emotion, well, I don't like the way that makes me feel. I told y'all the last 2 weeks, and I ain't mean to get on emotions tonight, but it's all on me right now. Emotions are the language of the body. You have that feeling, that disappointment, that whatever that thing that happened in your life, bring it to the table. I'm telling you, God wants it. Oh my God, that's a bread breaking moment. It's time to take the fig leaves off. Greatness, it demands all of you. Bring that anger to the table. Bring that disappointment to the table. God that only wants 70% of you, baby. He created you like you are for who you are. Bring it, man. Come on, man. Bring it all. And see, so many of us have been taught that we can only give God the best part of us. God, I only want you to have this peace that's like you. God, I can only bring me to you on Sunday morning when I'm lifting holy hands. God, I can't come to you when I'm dusty. I can't come to you when I'm disappointed. I can't come to you when I'm hurt, because that's going to affect how you see me, and it's going to hurt my chances of getting to heaven. Come on, y'all. If y'all know I'm telling the truth, shout at your boy out there. Y'all know I'm telling the truth, that we've been taught that we can only give God the best parts of us. Oh my God, that's a bread breaking moment. Oh God, use my holy hands for your kingdom. Oh God, allow my tongue to be a pen of a ready writer. Oh God, I'm the clay and you're the foreman. Form me into what you want to be. I'm breaking bread right now. Come on, Lisa. I'm breaking bread right now. And they told us that that's the peace we take to the great I am. They told us that God is only pleased when you're showing him that version of you. They told us that's why when we go to church on Sunday morning, we put on Sunday's best, because we got to give God the best version of who we are on Sunday morning. They told us when I come, I got to come lifting up holy hands, because that's what God expects from me. They told us that when I go, you got to leave all your junk at the front door, and when you walk in, you got to be whole. They told us that's the picture or the image, come on, man, of how we present ourselves to the great I am, who we expect to awaken our I am. That's the image they gave us to project ourselves to him. Oh my God. But there's another image. But that's not the person who the great I am is looking for. Oh my God, I'm about to break. Well, I'm with you. Wow. That's not the version of you who the great I am is looking for. You've left the best part of you at home. That part of you that Q would call real. That part of you that been through the miry clay. That part of you that knows what it likes to be in the pig pen. That part of you that know that you're sleeping with another man and it's not your husband. That part of you that know that you've been through a couple of divorces. That part of you that knows that you filed for some bankruptcies. That part of you that know you cheated on the taxes for a couple of times. He said, bring that to me too. I want that. Oh my God, I want that part of you. I know that you were unfit as a mother for some years, or as a father, you were absentee as a father for a while. I bring that to me too. I know that when you were a child, that it hurt when you was a molester. It hurt when your dad walked out. God is saying, bring that to me too. I can use that. I can use that. Your emotions, I told you last week, it's real. God is not looking for the perfect version of who you want to present yourself. He's looking for where the real you please stand up. I want you in all your glory, and I want you in all your mess. Where the real you please stand up. That's why I'm comfortable in my own shoes, because I know I ain't got it all together. But the best thing I know is that greatness demands that I bring all of me to the table. You'll never 100% matriculate through this world the kingdom way without bringing all of you. Don't hide. When Adam and Eve, they sinned, they went and sowed fig leaves. And when they sowed those fig leaves, they hid the most productive parts of themselves. Come on, man. Y'all know the story. They hid the most productive part of themselves. And that's the same thing that the God of this world is trying to blind your eyes to the most productive version of who you are. Your awakened I am. As long as I can keep you believing 70% of who you are, you will only manifest 70%. You may be what saved. Come on, Elkie. That particular part of you may be what saves someone else. That particular part of you is the part that saves other people. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to get out the mindset of perfection. Perfection only belongs to the Lord. The only life worth living is the one that lives outside of their comfort zone, falls 7 times, and get up 8. We're not looking for perfection. Perfection only belongs to the great I am. But greatness is going to demand all of you. It's going to demand all of you. It's imperative that you put on the whole armor of God. It's imperative that you stop playing yourself small to fit in a particular group. It's imperative that you stop playing yourself small to appear like other people. God has made you into something. You are fearfully and marvelously made. Stop playing yourself down so others feel good about themselves. Bring all of, oh my God, that's a word for me. Bring all of you to the party and let the pieces fall where they may. There's so much stuff that God, the great I am, wants to awaken your I am to. There's so many things that your hands were meant to touch, but man, you leaving half of you at home. I'm afraid of what they're going to say about me. My reputation would be ruined. I have become of no reputation. I remember my mom can vouch for me on this one. I struggled a long time talking about my childhood. I struggled a long time talking about I've been through a divorce. I struggled a long time saying that I lost a house, an apartment, and I was living in a room the size of a closet. I struggled a long time to be able to tell my story, because I believe that if people knew that about me, then they wouldn't see me as a person who wants to be listened to. Like that doesn't sound like a life that somebody who can motivate somebody else has lived. And it wasn't until I broke out my own box, until I started making impact. And I'm challenging you to trust the great I am in you, to trust the great I am in you, to awaken your I am and bring the better parts of you. Stop trying to walk in other people's shadows. Come on, Lisa, that's a word all in itself. Stop trying to walk in other people's shadows. You are an original. You are an on your own single, better than a Van Gogh painting. You are your own. You're going to have to bring, you can get it later, cuz you're going to have to bring all of you. Why be the shadow when you are the real thing? Come on, I just broke bread. I just broke bread. Why be a shadow of what you were meant to be when God created you as the original? Greatness. Got some people chiming into this conversation. Because I know I'm missing a great message. I'm currently at Boy Scouts with the little one. That's all good, bro. Go back and catch this replay. Perfection is the state of being free as possible from all flaws or defects. Only God is perfect. Chime in that conversation, Coach T. Chime in that conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be willing. You don't have to be perfect. And I guarantee you, you're going to make a lot of mistakes along this way. And success is not a straight climb. Success is going to be all ups and down, crossing, going across. You're going to have a whole lot of different twists and turns that doesn't go your way, but all at the same time, you are ascending. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be willing. You have to make the conscious and deliberate decision that I am an original. Let me tell y'all something. I'm about to break bread. Let me get my sis chiming in here. No shadow walking, please. You are an originally good. Come on. Let me share something with you all. And this is not going to come as a surprise, but I hope this helps somebody. And I mean this. Your confidence should not necessarily come from this dirt suit. Like honestly what these hands have done. Honestly what this mind is thinking. Where these legs have been. The decisions that I made. Your confidence is not solely from who you are in your life experience. The greatness that you play from, or the greatness, your disposition of greatness comes through who the great I am is through you. I just broke bread. Cast your confidence on him. Your confidence, when I say greatness demands everything, it demands that I allow my awakened I am to be a vessel. It means that I'm willing to allow my thinking to be bigger. My confidence doesn't come in from who my mama, who my dad, or what I currently have are manifested in this state of being I'm in today in front of me. My confidence comes from who the great I am is through me. Well, motivational teacher, how can you speak so definitely? Because it ain't I, but it's him that liveth through me. Like it's God's pleasure. It's God's pleasure for me to break bread and inspire millions. It's his pleasure because it's leading all those people back to who he is. Your confidence, come on, ladies and gentlemen. Your confidence isn't solely in who you are. Your confidence is in who the great I am is through you. Me plus God are the majority. When two or three touch and agree, I'm in the midst. That's all, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, we make this so much bigger than what it actually is. We make this so much bigger than we make success. We make greatness. We make it something so much bigger than what it is. Do I believe enough in who God is through me to make tough decisions? At the end of the day, that's what success is. Success is, am I moving the ball down the field? Am I living a life that is well-pleasing? Am I moving in a way? In him I live, I move, and I have my being. Am I living in a way that's pleasing to him? We make it way too complex. We make it where you have to do all these 17 steps. I'm challenging you right now. The only challenge you have is that you don't know who you are through the awakened I am. That's the only challenge you have in your life. That's the only challenge that you have. Once Elijah figured out who he was, he got up from underneath the juniper tree, crying, whining, and complaining, and outran a chariot. What happened, motivational teacher? He found out who he was. Oh my God, that's a bread-breaking moment. And just like Elijah, is some of us on the other side of these words have chariot running abilities that are lying dormant on the inside of us because we've been told that we were lame from birth. Oh my God, I'm breaking bread. We've been told that I'm inadequate. We've been told that you ain't got the right last name. We've been told that your IQ ain't good enough. We've been told that you ain't smart enough. We've been told that you too tall, you too black. But I'm telling you, the moment Elijah figured out who he was, he got up from crying underneath that tree and outran chariots. What chariots do you have in your life that you possess the ability to outrun, but you're sitting down underneath the tree complaining, oh, I ain't gonna never get that promotion. Oh man, it's so hard for me to get that next degree. Oh, I never have the money to be able to do that. Oh, it wasn't meant for me to do that. I'm not meant for me to have a national motivational speaking career. Oh, it wasn't meant for me to run that whole department. And we're sitting there. Hey, Jacqueline. Hey, Kanika. Thank you for joining us. And we're sitting there underneath that tree crying when we got chariot running abilities on the inside of us. We lack one thing. And awaken I am. Man, I'm breaking bread right now. Come on, Deborah. Come on, Kanika. I'm breaking bread right now. You possess the power to outrun chariots. Stop sitting on your hands. Stop sitting down Indian style and get up and run. Go after your dreams. Go after your destiny. Get moving in that direction. You got chariot running powers on the inside of you. Man, that's a great example. That's a great example right there. We complain about my land. Well, you know what? It's just been so long since anybody in my family has done anything like that. You're the one. I love it. Les Brown says, you're the one. You're the one that's supposed to get up from underneath that juniper tree. And you're the one that's supposed to look that chariot eyeball to eyeball, and with everything on the inside of you telling you you ain't fast enough, and you're supposed to take off running and watch what the great I am will do with your awakened I am. Yeah, come on, Kanika. You can outrun that chariot right now today and change your family's family for years to come. I'm telling you right now, I walked in one house when I was in Montgomery, Alabama. I'm not going to call the couple's name. It's an African-American couple. They had a big, beautiful house staircase. I walked in that house, and I promise you, I didn't know people like us had houses like that. I walked in that house, and I believe they invited me as man, let me expand this dude's vision of who he was. Let me tell you where I was in my life. Oh my God, I feel this with everything in me. At the time I got invited to the house, let me tell you where I was in my life. I had just had a divorce. I had just had a house to go back. I had just had an apartment to go back. I was living in the room the size of a closet with a colleague of mine. All I had was a box spring and a mattress on the floor. That's all I had. I had nothing, and I had a big old fancy car that I couldn't afford to put gas in it. And this couple, at this stage of my life, it was one of the lowest moments of my life. And this couple, I ain't gonna call their names, they invited me to their house one afternoon. And I don't know why they did it, but they did. And I believe it was a divine appointment from the great I am to say, hey, I believe he reached down from heaven, grabbed my soul on the inside of my body, and he said, boy, wake up. He said, boy, wake up. I walked in that house. I saw the stairs that wrap around on the inside of the house. They had TVs on the wall. And I'm sitting there thinking like, man, I honestly didn't know. I didn't know a African-American with a house like that. And I walked in that house and all I could do is turn around. When I got in there, I turned around and 360. I ain't see no other rooms. I didn't go in upstairs. I didn't go down. I ain't go in the kitchen. I stepped right there in that one room and I did a panoramic 360 in that one room. And I said, man, it was something on the inside of me that said, man, I want something like this one day. Now here I am, a guy that's just been through a divorce, a foreclosure, and I couldn't pay for the apartment. I had to borrow a closet to live in, a room the size of a closet to live in, and I'm walking in the house. I said, man, I gotta have something like this one day. And almost like that, my baby leaped within my belly. And see, that's what I'm telling you about the great I am. The great I am knows exactly just enough. He gonna show you just enough to keep you dreaming. Oh, I broke bread right there. I said, he gonna give you, I called it this on one Motivational Mondays. He's gonna give you a glimpse of your greatness. He's going to give you a glimpse of your greatness, and your baby going to leap in your belly, and something about you going to say, man, I can have something like this one day. Oh my God, I'm breaking bread right now. I can have something like this one day. I didn't need to see another room. I turned around, panoramic 360. I got to have something like this one day. And I said, man, I don't know how I'm going to do it. Come on, Elkie. What was on the end? What they had on the outside leaped on the inside of me. And I'm telling you right now, just like I know, the moment, don't allow yourself to stop dreaming. Don't allow yourself to stop thinking. Don't allow yourself to get in an emotional pit and a cycle going down. The great I am is always seeking, come on, Kaniki, is always seeking to awaken your I am. You better, man, I'm telling you right now. The reason why you can't forget that one business you went into, because you know you're supposed to have one similar. The reason why you sit here and you watch these because you know you're supposed to have some motivational Mondays on the inside of you. The reason why you keep going back, because you know that there's something on the inside of you. That's your baby leaping in your belly. You won't have it stillborn. I know you already died. That baby's still in there shaking and moving. Man, the world tried to, man, I'm telling you, the world tried to crush me. The world tried to crush me. Nothing it seemed like in my life in that 2 years was going right. The world tried to crush me. That I had an adversary that said, man, oh Lord, I'll take his marriage. Now what? He said, man, I'll take his house. Now what? I'll even take his job. Now what? And God still had a hedge, not around those things, because those things never made me, but he had a hedge around that destiny on the inside of me. He had a hedge around that dream on the inside of me. He had a hedge on that vision that was on the inside of me. You can have all these things because I will give it back to him in a bubble. I'm about to run out this room. I will give it back to him in abundance. Those things don't make the man make those things. And you're looking around at your life and saying, I don't have the things. Don't worry about the things. Shake your baby up on the inside of you. Wake your dreamer up on the inside of you. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard what's laid up for you. Wake your baby up on the inside of you. Wake that dream up on the inside of you. It's going to demand something from you. Come on, man. Come on, man. Wake that stuff up on the inside of you. Don't believe what you see. Your eyes will deceive you. And man, I'm telling you, there's a God has a vision for your life. There is something you're supposed to do. Oh my God, I feel this with everything on the inside of me right now. That I'm touching some. I know. I feel like Jesus, when he was walking through the crowd, he said, stop. Somebody just touched me. They said, how you know somebody just touched me? He said, virtue just went out of me. I feel virtue going out right now. I feel virtue going out right now. Do you know that there's something? You better shake that thing up on the inside of you. Tomorrow, I double dog dare you to go look at that business again. I double dog dare you to call a realtor and say, take me down here to Wind Lakes, or take me over there to that community. I want to see 2 houses. I dare you to wake that baby up. You want a bigger daycare? I dare you to go down the street and visit a bigger daycare. I dare you to walk up in the director of nurse's office and say, hey, I got a question. I dare you to start opening those eyes, dreaming. again. I dare you, and for some of us who our kids have made different, I dare you to go say, hey, son, daughter, you're a queen of the king of the most high. This too shall pass. I know right now you may be you may be doing in your own way, doing whatever you want to do right now, but what I know, yeah, I know what's on the inside of you. There's a king on the inside of you. There's a queen on the inside of you. Son, when you're ready, daughter, when you're ready, I'll be here waiting on you. I know there's a vision on the inside of you. And I want to talk to that vision on the inside of you. I say, wake up. Wake up. Boy, that's a bread breaking moment right there. That is a bread breaking moment right there if I've ever heard one. Man, you better wake that thing up on the inside of you. God is doing a great thing with and through you. Come on, Angelique. While we still have breath, let's get it. Who's promised tomorrow? Better yet, who's promised the next minute? That's why I said, man, if we learn nothing from this past week, and you got to go back and listen to how I kicked it off. If we learn nothing from the last past week, we got to get moving. You got to wake that baby up on the inside of you. You got to wake that dream up on the inside of you. And we, like Vaniqua just said, Future D, we can't continue to wait on tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow. Come on, Antoinette Marie, pick me up. Tomorrow. Come on, I'll do it tomorrow. It's only a day away. No. People with greatness, people with awaken I am, don't say, I'll do it tomorrow. They say, I'll do it now. It's time to wake that I am up. It's time to wake that. Man, come on, man. I need for some of y'all to prophesy to yourself. I need you to go put your hands on your belly and just shake yourself and say, vision, hey, do it, Terry. You coming out right now. I will see it through. I need you to lay hands on yourself. I need you to speak to that vision on the inside of you and say, here I come. Here I come. I am about to break bread with everything. Tomorrow, I am feeding you from the inside out. I'm going, hey, tonight, I'm feeding you from no, not tomorrow. Come on. That's my bad, Vaniqua. Tonight, I'm feeding you from the inside out. Tomorrow, I'm going to research on whatever that thing is on the inside of me. Whatever made my baby see that. Oh, man, our babies are leaping all the time. All the time. Love it. God plays peekaboo with our imagination all the time. But mere humans don't know how to play peekaboo with the Almighty because we're too busy watching Fox News and CNN and Real Housewives of Atlanta, and we're too busy listening to this raunchy music, and we too busy on social media on things that doesn't edify us, that doesn't build us up. He's always playing peekaboo with your imagination. He's always showing you glimpses into giving you glimpses of greatness. He's always trying to stir that baby up on the inside of you. And I'll tell you, that one panoramic view, said Aunt, it's time. And the moment you make your mind up, the great I am, he's your source. But he will start placing resources in your life. The reason why a lot of you all are missing the resources, because you haven't wholeheartedly made a commitment. You haven't, you've been, I'll do it. I'll somewhat do it. I'll try to do it. You have not made a wholehearted commitment. In him I live and move. I have my being. Either I would do it, like 50 Cent, I would do it or die trying. You have not. See, greatness demands everything. Winning in life demands everything. You can't cheat greatness. If you cheat greatness, average is the result. You can't cheat greatness. Greatness is going to require you to have some 14 and 16-hour days. Greatness is going to require you to be able to say no to parties. Had somebody reach out to me the other day, hey, can you come do this talk for us? Like, no, I cannot. Why? Greatness requires that I have a schedule. Greatness requires that I have wigs. I call them wigs, wildly important goals. And my wildly important goals determine what I do and how I spend my time. Come on, man. I can't believe I spent so much time watching those shows for what? To gossip about them. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. How many of us spending so much time just want to be, man, like I remember, since you brought this up, I remember I ain't never missed no Sunday night football. I remember I had Sunday ticket. I used to watch all the football games all day. I would pay $49 a month for Sunday ticket, and I watch all the. I sit there all day Sunday, Thursday night, and man, I can't tell you the last time I watched a whole football game. Why? Because greatness demands all of me. That sacrifice. Listen, I told you right now, you got to sacrifice the lesser for the greater. To me, watching football is the lesser. The greater is me doing everything on that God has given me and building my family to a place where I leave a legacy for my children's children. That's my wildly important goal. Everything else, I'm telling you, around me is like noise. It's like noise. Like even the speaking engagements that I take. Like right now, I'm in a place, thank you, Jesus, that I don't have to take everyone that comes. I take the ones that's moving in the direction of where I'm going. If it doesn't have anything to do with awakening your I am, then my answer is automatically no. If it does not, if I'm not free, oh my God, I won't be bound again. Like I had a couple of people wanted me to come to a church and they wanted me to speak. I said, I'm not your normal guy. I'm not your normal guy. I'm not bound. If I come, I'm saying it how I say it. I'm doing what I'm doing. I say, you better listen to one of these awaken your I ams, because I'm going to say I'm not bound by any man's thinking. I'm not. My I am is to awaken. It doesn't mean that I can't be corrected. It doesn't mean that that somebody can't help me understand a better way to do something. That's not what that means. What it means is I'm not compromising my word. I'm not compromising my awakened I am. I'm not going to, come on, man. I believe in freedom. I'm not here to keep people in bondage. I believe in freedom. I believe that your course in your life is going to be different than everybody else's course in their life because you are a unique individual. Your gifts, your talents, your story, your life has been completely changed and different based on the way you lived it. So there's no one way this is skin a cat. There's no one right way to your destiny or your greatness. I believe there's many ways to it. And you're not going to have me say that there isn't. I'm just breaking bread. Whom the Son set free is truly free indeed. Boy, I'm walking in freedom. Hey, I'm almost like Martin Luther King. I looked over the other side. Boy, I've seen too much. I know what the great I am can do through the awakened I am. There's no way I'm going back into my box. I was in a box. There's no way I'm going back. I shrunk myself down to be 5'9" to fit in with all the other mere humans. I'm not going back. And I'm challenging you that once you escape that box, that you don't go back. That it's okay. I'm telling you right now, the moment I said it earlier, some of y'all went on here, the moment you learn how to use every emotion, oh my God, I'm breaking bread. I want to say this 2 years ago. That you got to bring anger to the party. You got to bring disappointment to the party. You got to bring hurt to the party. I'm not saying that you allow it to abuse you, but I'm saying that if you have that emotion, you got to acknowledge it. And if you acknowledge it, you got to use it as fuel. Because the worst thing that can happen, if you have that emotion, you keep it bottled up, you become depressed. And you become depressed, and that depression gonna equal dis-ease when your body turns on itself. Bring what you got to the party and watch what the great I am will do with it. I remember, oh my God. And one last story I got to get off here. I remember I was, man, like I had, and I told y'all I'm the real deal. I had a spirit of poverty. And sometimes I still struggle with making decisions from a spirit of poverty, although I don't have a spirit of poverty. But I remember back in 2003, struggling with it, a spirit of poverty. And I said, you know what? I will not let poverty beat me. So what I did was, it was this family that I knew. They had 2 more car payments before their car was completely paid off. And I saw this as an opportunity for me to say I paid off a car. It wasn't my car, but I saw it as an opportunity to say, man, I just paid a car off. And I saw it as that opportunity because people with a spirit of poverty believe in nickel and diamond and paying, I give 40% this week and 20% next week. They don't believe in paying things off. So I needed a mindset shift. So what I did was I gave them the money. I said, man, I want to pay y'all last 2 car payments off. That's just something I want to do on the inside of me. It ain't no loan. You ain't borrowing this. This is just something I got to do for my awaken I am. And I paid it off. And that was almost, 20 years ago. Motivational teacher, what am I saying? I'm saying that you got to wage war on mediocrity. You got greatness going to demand all of you. You got to take them parts of you like you know that exist, and you got to use them too. I never would have, if I didn't acknowledge that I had that spirit of poverty, that spirit of poverty was living there. It was never mine. It was never my spirit of poverty. I grew up in poverty, and poverty somewhat grew up in me. I had to acknowledge that, and then I had to start making decisions and making decisions that were contrary to that. And see, anything that you don't wage war on in your life, you end up accepting. Anything that you're not angry enough to fight in your life, you will eat the manifestation of what that thing is in your life. So I paid that call. Bam. Why? Because that's helping me now defeat this mindset. Because the spirit of poverty says you keep everything you got in hand and you hold on to it long as you want to. And I was saying, spirit of poverty, you're a lie. You don't belong there. Let me give away what I got to somebody else and pay their stuff off. And I did it twofold. And I'm challenging you to take on the disposition to wage war on mediocrity, to bring all of that to the game. You're hiding like Adam and Eve in the garden. You're hiding in the most productive part of yourself by trying to present a perfect lifestyle and a perfect life. I suggest that everybody that's listening to me, I suggest that everybody that hears me right now today, don't judge yourself right now on where you are. Don't judge yourself based on what your struggle and your fight has been. Don't judge yourself right now based on what they said about you. I want you to shake that giant on the inside of you. I'm breaking bread. I want you to fight. I want you to wake that giant up on the inside of you. It's time for you to release the most productive part of you into the earth. What's up, Q? Thank you for joining us. It's time for you to put that most productive part of you out in the earth, ladies and gentlemen. Don't hide you for the fear of what people are going to say about you. You're fearfully and you're wonderfully made. You're made in the image and likeness of God Almighty. The great I am shaped and craft you. Your awakened I am in his image of who you are, the truth about who you are. Yes, he did. Now, he needs for you to be fruitful, subdue, don't have dominion, and replenish it 100-fold. You got that command from the great, from the OG himself. Stop playing small. You only doing what humans supposed to do in this earth, and don't let anybody. No, let me say that like I'm from poker. Don't let nobody tell you anything different. Man, it's your boy. Y'all have been phenomenal in here chiming into this conversation tonight. I thank y'all for chiming into this conversation. Bring that joy out. I love that, man. I love that. And man, like, continue. I'm telling you, man, continue to show up, man. Like, I honestly, I need this community. Like, honestly, I need you all. Like, you all. Like, we need each other. I mean, like, everybody on here has a unique purpose and a unique vision that God has given to them. We need to support one another in all that we're doing. We need to support one another, man. I'm telling you, like, I'm learning and just thinking about this whole past 2 weeks, everything that happened to Joy and her mom and having these conversations, I'm starting to understand that now, like, we're connected by more than just physically being there together. Like, we're connected by more than that. Like, your goals and your dreams. Like, I understand why Elisha could walk by Elijah, not really knowing it, but saying, you got something that God has given you that I need. And he walked by him and he was able to make that one decision just by walking by him that you got something. And I think, like, God is bringing a community of us together, like-minded, like-spirited, 2 or 3 that could touch and agree. And man, where we can do that, we can change this world. And don't let this community be one that's limited because we're not physically together. Man, listen, man, there's a place in this earth where we can all be successful. Man, there is no competition amongst this thread. There's no competition for you really in this earth. So there's nothing wrong with helping and supporting one another. I mean, there's not. So let's make a conscious and deliberate effort that, man, if you on here, I want to help support. I want to help strengthen you. And we should be doing that. I think that's what, when iron sharpen irons, that's what it's talking about. We're one big family. And the more we realize that we have more in common than we don't, is the moment where we begin to eradicate poverty. We begin to eradicate all of sickness and disease and all these things that kind of divide us, even religion and politics. It divides us so much. The moment we stay on these concepts that remain true, like we're all one people bound by one blood. That's the truth, if I could ever say it. We're all one people bound by one blood. And the moment we start believing that, the sky's the limit. Y'all have been phenomenal. We're all connected by the great I am. Sending lots of love, beautiful light to everyone out there. We are family. Thank you, Mom. Good word tonight. Thank y'all for showing up again, man. This has been another edition of Motivational Monday. And until next time, I am challenging you to wage war on mediocrity. Your boy is out.
It ain't no friend to me.